Okay, today I would like to talk about my top 10 psychotic hatreds for the 1911. What? I thought you thought the 1911 was the greatest handgun? Yeah, I know, but there are 10 psychotic hatreds that I have for the 1911. Number 1, we got the 103rd anniversary coming up, so here it is. Number 1, there are too many to buy. Too many makes, models, colors, Commander this, Defender that, GI this, Springfield that, Colt that. There are too many to buy and you can't have them all. Custom guns are too expensive. For instance, Pete from the Armory Channel wanted an Ed Brown, which is not a bad decision at all. But he had to give away an entire shitload of guns in order to get the money for the Ed Brown. So you're either going to save up a lot of money or sell half your guns or save up for a couple of years. $5,000 for this, $7,000 for that, and it's just too expensive. Number 8, 3-cent magazines. This magazine is a piece of shit, okay? And it came with a $1,000 plus gun. You buy these $1,000 guns and they give you a 3-cent fucking magazine. On the contrary, when you buy a $500 gun from Rock Island Armory, they give you a $30 or $40 Act Mag. Okay? But these fucking, if I'm paying around $900 to $1,000 for a fucking gun, can't I get a decent fucking magazine? It's like buying a Rolls Royce for cloth. Cheap cloth. And I had to get these 10-round Wilson Combat Mags. Why can't this come with that if I'm paying that much money? Number 7, the 80s series. Okay, what the fuck is this shit? Okay, here's what happened. In the 1980s, and by the way, Colt, everything is 80s series except one model. All the high quality Colts are all fucking 80s series. The Marines 80s series. Many years ago, in the 80s, they put another safety in the gun to make sure it doesn't get dropped. Okay? The gun has 3 safeties. The grip safety, the slide safety, the hammer safety. Okay? It doesn't need another safety on top of that, because if you're stupid enough to accidentally discharge with 3 safeties, you'll accidentally discharge with 4 safeties. So it's just fucking stupid. The idea comes because allegedly a police officer many years ago had a gun and was pistol whipping the suspect, and you're going to take 2.5 pounds of steel and beat a guy's head in with it, you might as well shoot him. It's the same thing. It's deadly force. This police officer allegedly beat the suspect with the gun and the gun went off. Yeah, that was his. He most likely fucking executed the guy and needed a cover story. Now, that is an urban legend because we cannot confirm it happened. There's no confirmation the officer existed. He never came forward. Would you fucking come forward if you beat a guy to death accidentally or the gun went off accidentally? Bullshit. But you have a fucking another safety device put in there when the gun was already 70 plus years old, and it was put in there because of a fucking urban legend. Okay? That's like getting sunglasses to ward off werewolfism. It's a fucking urban legend. It can't even be proven. 6, imitation metal. What the fuck is this shit? Aluminum alloy. What the fuck? This is a traditional gun. It is made out of metal. M-E-T-A-L, metal. Okay? None of this imitation aluminum this or aircraft that. Fuck that bullshit. Okay? This is metal. You want imitation metal? Go to SIG. Go to Glock. This is real metal. Not imitation shit. Another problem here. Number 5. Double action, double stacked. single stacked and single action. There is no double stack 1911, shitheads, okay? I'm like, there's a double action, double stack 1911. Fuck you. You have a double action, double stacked handgun. Okay, it's not a 1911. This is a 1911, not a fucking double stack, double action. The fucking thing is this wide. Number 4. Actually, this should be higher on the list, but number 4. The World War I replica is never available, and it costs too much money. The World War I replica is available by Colt every couple of years, limited edition, minimum $1,400 MSRP, and that's it. Now, obviously, other brands cannot put the Colt horse on it, and they cannot write United States property on it, but in theory, the bullshit sights, the flat mainspring housing, the wide trigger, you could in theory make the original 1911 for Springfield. You just can't put the Colt on it, the Colt horse on it, or for Rock Island Armory. You could do it in theory, but you just can't put the Colt logo on it. But that was the gun that Mr. Browning invented. That was his gun. That's what he made. He didn't make the A1. He made that gun. And that should be more available. What the fuck? It's a classic. Fuck is wrong with these fucking people? Plastic mainspring housings. My hometown of Yonkers, Kimber. You're a fucking criminal with this, Kimber. Okay? I buy a $1,500 gun. And you put a plastic fucking mainspring housing on it. What the fuck is wrong with you? You want to save money. You're charging me $1,500 for the fucking gun, but you want to save money. Okay? You put a plastic mainspring housing on a metal gun that costs $1,200 to $1,500, you might as well tell the guy, hey, go fuck your mother. A plastic part on a metal gun. That's like buying a Rolls Royce with pleather seating. Okay? It's like having a fucking Ford Mustang with a 4-cylinder engine on it. Ugh. Number 2. This was replaced by Beretta. Now, granted, I'm not going to have a lot of bad things to say about an Italian manufacturer. I can't. But you replace the greatest handgun of all time with a 9mm handgun. Now, is the Beretta a good gun? I heard it is. I never owned one. I heard it's good. I actually knew a Marine who's a couple years older than me. He preferred the Beretta to the 1911. Man, he must have fucking hit his head in Iraq or some shit. I mean, but seriously, how do you replace the greatest handgun of all time with another handgun? Okay? That's like if I replace Babe Ruth with Derek Jeter. Granted, I like Derek Jeter. Granted, he's a great ball player, but he's not Babe Ruth. You know, you can't replace Babe Ruth with Derek Jeter, okay? You can't replace Jesus with Pope John Paul, okay? You can't replace the greatest that ever was with something that's just good or just great, okay? You can't replace Abraham Lincoln with Gerald Ford. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't match. Okay? And I know a guy 3 years younger than me. He was in the Marine Corps. His biggest problem with being in Iraq was he had the Beretta. He didn't care that he was getting shot at. He didn't care that he jumped off a truck, hurt his leg and had to have surgery. Okay? He didn't care that he was in 90+ degree heat every day. He didn't care that he couldn't check his email for 7 months. He cared that he had a fucking Beretta when he wanted a 1911. But because he wasn't the fucking general, they weren't going to give him 1911. You know what I mean? He had to take what they had to give him. So, how do you replace the greatest handgun ever with a lesser handgun? Okay? It's like replacing Action Comics 1 with the X-Men 1. You can't replace the greatest. You just can't do it. Well, Beretta has more ammunition. Fine. Okay, fine. Beretta is easier to handle. Whatever. Okay. Whatever. Keep telling yourself that, okay? In fact, I heard a story about some Marines from the first Desert Storm. 1991, they didn't like the Beretta. They put it away, literally went into the closet and got the 1911s from the 80s they had. Here's my biggest bitch. This is the worst bitch of all. Different calibers. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is your problem? This is a 45. Period. Okay? You want a 9mm? Glock 17. Beretta 92. CZ 75. Okay? This is a 45. The 9mm was a German bullet invented by the German manufacturer Luger at a time when the Germans weren't at play with the United States, and during the World Wars, the 9mm was the sidearm of choice of the enemy. The 45 is America's bullet, invented by John Browning, chambered for this by John Browning. That's it. Okay? You don't have an M1 Garand with 22 rifling, 22 long rifle. You don't make a Colt Python that shoots 38 special but not plus P. I mean, seriously, if I had a Colt Python that shot regular 38 but not 38 plus P, you'd probably fucking puke, right? Yeah, I would too. Okay, so I see these fucking 1911 style 9mm. What the fuck? I mean, it holds 9 rounds. This holds 10, motherfucker. I mean, it holds 9 rounds of 9mm in a Beretta. I mean, in like the Springfield Range Officer 9mm. This 1911 9mm. What the fuck? Please. Please. I just ate. I fucking eat, and after I eat, I gotta watch a 1911 9mm. What the fuck is? How do you do that? How do you fucking do that? How do you put a 4-cylinder engine in a Ford Mustang? I mean, how do you have a pickup truck with 2-wheel drive only? I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you? Well, the 45 is hard to control. Single action, all steel. This shoots like a fucking 9mm anyway. There's no recoil on this fucking thing. This is easier to shoot than my Glock. Well, people feel it's less painful on their wrists. People are faggots. What do you want me? What do you want me to do, man? I mean, you want me to go buy diapers? You want me to get a pacifier? You want me to read you a story? You want me to put you in a pink ballerina dress? The 45 is hard on my hands. I can shoot longer in 9mm than I can in 45. So buy a fucking Beretta 92 or a Glock 17. What the fuck? You buy the greatest handgun of all time and you chamber it for a caliber of lesser value because you don't want to hurt your hand? Dude, my forearm is bothering me. You know what I do? I get up and go to work and spin a fucking stop sign around all day. And hold on to people to make sure they don't fall. And grab people when they get about to get up by a car. With my hurt wrist. My hurt forearm, rather. And you worry about, well, it hurts my hand. Okay. Get a pacifier. And a diaper. And a bottle. And I'll read you a story. Okay? I'll read you a story. That's all. If you need to get a 9mm 1911 because you don't want to hurt your wrist, I'll be more than happy to come in and burp you or give you your blankie or some shit like that, okay? Alright, I gotta go now. 9mm 1911. Oh my god, oh god, I gotta go out and work it later on. Oh, I'm getting sick just fucking thinking about it. Ew. God, I'm so sorry, baby. I didn't mean to upset you. It's okay. Oh, God.